Hey, Timmy, how's my hair going, mate? Perfect. Good morning, OnlySams. I'm your host, Sam Lombardo. Hey, we've had 2 great days of basketball, so let's get right into it. We had a top-of-the-table clash in the East. We have the Chicago Bulls and the Philadelphia 76ers. Can you believe that Philly had a 24-point lead in this game and blew it? And Joel Embiid was even playing? Tyrese Maxey scored 39 points and they couldn't even win. Even everybody's favourite TikToker, Jared McCain, came back for the first time in a year and they couldn't win. Because Josh Giddey and the Chicago Bulls, well, they got it done. Josh Giddey, what a turnaround it's been for that guy. 18 months ago, he was a listed sex offender and he couldn't even get off the bench in playoff games. Well, now he's got his name completely cleared and he's the best player on a number 1 seed. Well done, Joshy. Nobody saw that one coming for the Kidmeister. And OKC, maybe you guys haven't won the trade yet. You probably have. You guys got a championship. Anyway, Giddey, well done. And Philly, step it up. And in our second game today, the Golden State Warriors, well, they got back into the winner's circle, beating the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker was heroic again, scoring 38 points, but it just wasn't enough for Steph Curry's 28 and the Golden State mentality. Poor old Devin. His best player tonight and the only guy trying was Dylan Brooks, and he was on the bench getting technicals. Come on, Phoenix. How about Devin? The guy's just broken the Kardashian curse and putting up numbers, and nobody's helping him out. Dylan Brooks, the only bloke having a go, and he's on the bench in street clothes. Step it up. But also, Golden State, well done. You finally won a game again. For our third story, the OKC Thunder, well, they just make it perfect again. They're going 8 from 8. And SGA, well, he went back and versed the Los Angeles Clippers in the notorious SGA game, and he dropped 30 points, reminding every Los Angeles Clippers fan that they made the worst trade in NBA history. Can you believe that they traded SGA and J-Dub and 5 first-round picks for Paul George? Jesus, Steve Ballmer, I don't care how rich you are, you can't help but admit you fucked up and made the worst trade in NBA history. Anyway, OKC, well done. And Clippers, where was Kawhi? Did he have load management again tonight? Good timing, Kawhi. I know how you operate. And for yesterday's games, well, the Memphis Grizzlies, they versed the Detroit Pistons. And everybody's favourite bad boy right now, Ja Morant, well, he got suspended again, and it was his first game back. How did Ja bounce back? Well, it wasn't with a game-winning shot this time like against the Pelicans a couple of years back. It was an underwhelming 18 points in a loss against the Pistons where Cade Cunningham scored 33 points. Ja, after the game, asked how he feels about his whole game right now, said he has no more joy for the game of basketball. Jesus, Ja, I hope we don't have another Ben Simmons case on our hands. I don't think I can take it. I own about 4 of your jerseys, mate. I don't need to burn those ones too. Anyway, Ja, step it up. And Detroit, good numbers. And Beef Stew, 26 points. Well, at least we know you're not just there for your fighting skills, bud. You can actually play a bit of basketball too. Well done. And the Denver Nuggets got a win over the Sacramento Kings yesterday. The Brody, Russell Westbrook, in his return game, well, he had a point to prove against his old side, turning into prime Russ, scoring 26 and 12. But it wasn't enough for the Kings to get the W. Can you believe that this guy was getting paid $3 million a year and the Nuggets didn't want to re-sign him? But at one point, they were paying Michael Porter Jr. $30 million a year. That doesn't really make sense to me. Asked after the game as to why he's not a Denver Nugget anymore, the Brody replied, well, they didn't want me. Hey, Russ, slow down a minute. That's not exactly fair. We know that the only off-season decision Nikola Jokic makes is what to call his next horse. He wouldn't have known what was going on. Anyway, Russ, you keep going, and Denver, good win. And the Los Angeles Lakers, well, they got another win yesterday. They beat the Portland Trail Blazers. DeAndre Ayton had a night out, and he finally lived up to that dominating tagline he gave himself. DeAndre scored 29 and 10. Well done, DeAndre. It only took you 8 years, but you finally had a game worthy of the number 1 pick. Well done, bud. And Lakers, you guys won without Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves. This poor old Portland team, they look so disorganised that you'd think that their head coach got pulled out a week into the season for illegal gambling. Surely that wouldn't happen. Anyway, Lakers, well done. And DeAndre, about time. And in the West, we had a derby that was hotter than Texas barbecue. We had the Dallas Mavericks up against the Houston Rockets. Well, the Houston Rockets, their new big three, got the win, with KD, Sengun, and Eamon Thompson all combining for nearly 80 points. Well done, guys. But my main talking point's what's happening with Cooper Flagg. He started as shooting guard. Could you imagine drafting one of the highest prospects with a number one pick, but in his first season, never playing him in his correct position? Hey, Jason Kidd, you might have been a genius player, but as a coach, you've had 10 years of showing me absolutely nothing. The smartest play you ever made was making one of your players bump into you to spill your drink so you could get a timeout. Step it up, bud. You've got the blueprint here. He's a small forward, power forward, or a centre. Why the hell are you playing him in the backcourt, cunt? Step it up. And hey, just another team that's lost today, Orlando Magic. Are you guys the most disappointing team going around at the moment? You guys were talked up to be the team on the rise, and you guys are just trading losses like they're going out of fashion. How do you pick up a win and lose to the Hawks twice this year? And this time, they didn't even have Trae Young. But let's be honest, Ice Trae, you're probably not even their best player anymore. And let's be honest, they're better without you. Can you believe that they are better without Trae Young, a guy getting paid more than anybody on this team by a country mile? Hey, Ice Trae, stick to that podcasting stuff, bud, because you've got a long way to go.